Finding shark teeth isn't luck, it's just knowing how and where to find them. I'm going to show you exact tips and locations so that you too can find these incredible treasures. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Kate from Sunshine Fam Guide, and I love helping you to plan the family trip and adventure of your dreams. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing. Now, let's dive on in. I am here at Stump Pass Beach State Park. This area is fantastic for shark teeth hunting. We reached the water for about 10 minutes and pulled out 4 little ones, and it was so exciting. So I'm going to tell you everything you need to know so that you too can come here and have an amazing day. Stump Pass Beach State Park is a narrow barrier island at the southern tip of Manasota Key in Englewood, Florida. With nearly 2 miles of wild, undeveloped shoreline, it's one of the best places on Florida's Gulf Coast to hunt for fossilized shark teeth washed in by the currents. The park, sadly, was heavily damaged by recent hurricanes and it's still recovering, so parking is extremely limited, only around 24 or so spots, which means you have to arrive super early or test your luck. We've learned this the hard way. The main bathrooms are still under renovation, but temporary restroom trailers are available on site. Because of the limited parking and minimal amenities, a lot of people skip this spot, but that's actually what keeps it feeling so pristine and untouched. It is truly your own paradise. One of the things that's so special about this area is right behind me. This is Milton's Pass. It was a cut through made by one of the recent hurricanes. So essentially, it took the ICW or the Intercoastal Waterway and the Gulf behind me and combined them together. So there's literally a cut through where there once was land. What this has created is a really special kind of tidal pool area, a lot of shallow water and marine life that wasn't accessible from this particular area. So it is a incredible place. And thanks to Mother Nature, we're able to enjoy it. This stretch of beach is especially good for shark teeth hunting because the currents naturally funnel shells and fossils right onto the shoreline. This is the kind of spot where you really want to get in the water and search through the shell piles as the waves move them around. A lot of the teeth get trapped in these darker patches, so we were stopping at every good pile we could find and sifting through them by hand. We had some pretty great look out here already, but now it's time to head to another nearby spot and see what else we can find. I am here at Englewood Beach at Chadwick Park, and I'm going to show you all the ins and outs of how you can come here, what to expect for your shark teeth hunting. Englewood Beach is on the southern end of Manasota Key and is about an hour and a half south of Tampa and about an hour and a half north of Fort Myers. The closest town is Englewood, which is a cute and growing area. To get here, you will cross over Lemon Bay, which is a beautiful part of the Intercoastal Waterway. When you pull into Chadwick Park, you will see a large parking lot, but it does fill up fast during season or weekends, so get here early. One of the best features of this particular park is right behind me. There is a massive playground. It is a giant pirate ship. There's also swings, other play components. It is fabulous for those with kids and for families. We love it for that exact reason. There's also picnic tables off to the side. There's spots where you can grill. There's rent stations. There's the bathrooms. This place is made for families. It couldn't get much better than this, and it's great to add to your shark teeth hunting adventure. Another thing that's great about this beach in particular here at Chadwick Park at Englewood Beach is that it's really wide. You don't have a really far distance to walk from the parking area to the shoreline, which is a huge bonus, especially if you're carrying a lot of gear. And there's not a large drop off. Some of the area beaches have a large kind of cliff as you get down to the water, and that is not the case here. So it's another big pro for this area. We also love how there are several restaurants right across the street, so there's lots to do right here. Chadwick Park is a great place to go shark tooth hunting with your family. I am here now at Blind Pass Beach. This is also known as Middle Beach to the locals. Why? Because we are literally at the halfway point or the middle of Manasota Key. This area is pristine, feels like old Florida. It's not developed at all. It's casual, it's laid back. One of the many reasons that we love it. I'm going to show you more reasons to love it and how you too can enjoy this perfect place. The parking lot is quite large here, and we've never really had a problem finding a spot. It's worth noting that if you drive to the far back of the lot, the road actually takes you down to kayak launch spots in Lemon Bay. But for this video, we're going back to the beach. There are so many benefits to being here at Blind Pass or Middle Beach for your shark teeth hunting adventures. Number one, it is not developed at all. There are no condos or hotels right on the beach. So it just feels really unspoiled and untouched, which is lovely. Along with that, there's not as many people. So behind me, there are small crowds, but they are concentrated to the entrance off the parking lot. We're a bit further away, maybe 100, 200 yards further down the beach, and there is no one around us, which is just so lovely and feels really special in the state of Florida that can often feel a little bit crowded. Another benefit of Blind Pass and Little Beach is that going from the parking lot to the beach is really simple. It is a short walk right after you cross over from the parking lots. The bathrooms are right there. There's a rinse station right there. There's a couple picnic tables. You saw a lot of people unloading all of their gear right there. In fact, they would just pull up off the road and park and unload. So it is very, very accessible. You can have your slice of paradise within moments when you come to Blind Pass. We are here at Manasota Key Beach, which is on the northern tip of Manasota Key Island. This beach is very popular. It's usually even a little bit crowded, which is kind of a con, right? However, it's easy to see why it's crowded because it is beautiful. It also has some good amenities, which I'm going to walk you through. Manasota Key Beach is at the northern end of Manasota Key. The parking lot here is larger than some of the other local beach access points, but it still fills up really fast. From the lot, you'll cross the road and take a decently long sandy walk out to the beach. So trust me, a beach cart can make a huge difference here. There's a large bathroom facility and plenty of shaded picnic tables, and I've always loved the classic Sarasota County beach architecture. Between the sea grapes, dunes, and coastal plants, this beach has such a beautiful old Florida feel. There's also a lifeguard on duty, which is always nice for a little extra peace of mind. And because the beach is so wide and spacious, it tends to draw a pretty steady crowd most days. This is another really popular shark tooth hunting spot, especially after storms or rough surf, when fresh shells and fossils get churned up along the shoreline. Now, let's go check out another spot. I am here at Venice Beach, which is in the city of Venice, which is known as the shark teeth capital of the world. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to know to enjoy this beautiful town and beach. As you drive into Venice Beach, you can already tell you're headed somewhere special. The winding roads, towering palms, tropical landscape, and an old Florida charm make the whole approach feel almost cinematic. It's the kind of place that makes you slow down and just take it all in. There's a main parking lot right near the beach, but it fills up fast, especially on weekends. Luckily, there's also a good amount of street parking throughout downtown Venice if you don't mind a short walk. One of my favorite parts of this beach is the historic Venice Beach Pavilion and concession area. The mid-century modern architecture is so iconic and gives the whole beach this timeless retro feel. You can grab food, cold drinks, souvenirs, or any last-minute beach essentials before heading out. And depending on which beach access you take, the walk to the sand is absolutely gorgeous. The sea grapes, dunes, palm trees, and Gulf views feel straight out of a vintage Florida postcard. There are several lifeguard stations along the beach too, which is always great peace of mind for families. One thing to know before you go, there's actually a pretty steep drop off from the beach down to the water in some areas. It can be tricky with beach carts, little kids, or limited mobility, so it's definitely something to plan for ahead of time. But once you make it down to the shoreline, the water is stunning, clear, turquoise blue, and absolutely beautiful for swimming, relaxing, and of course, hunting for shark teeth along the shore. When you are here at Venice Beach in beautiful Venice, Florida, almost everyone that you see has a shark teeth sifter or a scoop of some sort. So that is definitely a sign that you're in the right place when everyone around you is also looking for shark teeth. This is the place to be. So come check it out for yourself and see why Venice Beach is straight out of an old Florida postcard. We are here at Nokomis Beach, and I tell you what, y'all, I wasn't going to include this beach on the list of shark teeth hunting beaches, not because it isn't fabulous, but because it just doesn't seem quite as big as some of the other beaches that I included on this list. But we are here tonight as a family, and we have already found a dozen shark teeth. So you know what? It's going on the list. I'm going to show you how and why. Nokomis Beach is actually on a different barrier island than the other beaches I've been covering in this series, which is why I almost didn't include it at first. Technically, it sits on Casey Key, while the others are down on Venice Island or Manasota Key across the Venice Inlet. But trust me, this beach absolutely deserves a spot on the list. In fact, this might honestly be our family's favorite beach in the entire area. What makes this place special for us is the North Jetty Park. It just has so many things that make beach days easier, more comfortable, and genuinely fun for families. The parking lot is large with several different sections, though I will say it definitely fills up during busy times. We've absolutely circled for spots before. If you can, come early in the morning or later in the evening. Sunset here is especially magical and the crowds tend to thin out a lot. One of the biggest highlights for our family is the playground because it is literally steps from the sand and it's shaded, which is huge in Florida. We love packing a picnic, letting the kids play for a while, and then headed down to the water afterward. There's just something so special about having a playground right on the beach. There's also plenty of shaded picnic tables and grills, which makes it perfect for a full beach day. We'll bring burgers or chicken or corn on the cob and grill dinner while watching the sun start to go down. Another thing we love here is the pavilion and concession area. Sarasota County has these amazing mid-century modern beach buildings, and this is one great example. Inside, you'll find restrooms, rentals, snacks, cold drinks, and some of the best beach tacos we've ever had. I'm not kidding, they're ridiculously good. And then there's the water here. The North Jetty stretches alongside the Venice Inlet, which creates an incredible spot for fishing, sightseeing, and watching boats head out into the Gulf. It's honestly one of my favorite places to just sit and take everything in. And the watercolor here can be unreal. Depending on conditions, we've seen some of the clearest, brightest turquoise water, the kind that genuinely looks tropical. The shark tooth hunting here is also amazing. We were just here the other night during sunset, and the kids found dozens of tiny shark teeth in only a couple of hours while we picnicked and played by the water. It's also a very accessible beach. The water stays shallow for a long stretch, and there's no steep drop off getting into the sand. And getting from the parking lot down to the beach is super easy. So overall, this spot just checks every box. It's easy, it's laid back, it feels like old Florida in the best possible way. And I truly mean it when I say this is one of our favorite beaches anywhere in the area. So come down and check it out. All right, now I'm going to walk you through some key pieces of equipment that will make your shark teeth hunting adventure so much more enjoyable, successful, and efficient. So what I'm holding right here is a sifter. So you simply scoop up a big pile of shells, lay it on top here, and then using the water, you just kind of like the old gold mining days, right? Or panning for gold. You just kind of move it around, use your hand to sort through, and spot those beautiful shark teeth. A key component to this is having a shovel that is attached to the sifter. Why? Because it will float away. We have learned that the hard way, believe me. Notice everything has pool noodles attached as well. That's what keeps it afloat when you're out there in the water. Now, we also have attached a little bag here with a carabiner. This is so that I can store the shark teeth as I find them, or if I happen to find any particularly beautiful shells. Now, this specific one we did buy at a local Ace Hardware. This is simple enough to make it home. It is just PVC pipe. Then you have the zip ties to attach the pool noodles, a little bit of the grating or chicken wire, and voila, you have yourself your own sifter. I'm going to show you a couple other pieces of equipment, so stay tuned. All right, so this is our homemade version of a sifter for shark teeth hunting. Notice this one has the wooden frame on the inside. There's some pros and cons to that, so let me walk you through it. One thing that is a benefit, that is a pro, is that it has a wide lip, so a large kind of footbed, if you will. That means you can put even more shells into here at one time, and as you're sifting and trying to spot those teeth. However, a downside to that is it gets a lot heavier. So for us, we have two young kids, and they have a hard time managing one of this size. So again, pros and cons. Notice this one also has the attached shovel. Like I said, you want to make sure that it always is attached or you're going to end up losing it. All right, your last piece of equipment that will make your day so much more successful and efficient is a scoop. Why do you need this? Because there are times when you are going to be deep in the water. It might even be waist deep, depending on the tides, depending where the shell break line is. Having this will save your back. And it is so hard to go all the way underwater, scoop up a pile of shells, bring them to the surface, and put them on your sifter. But if you have one of these, then you can stay fully upright, scoop it up, flap it on over. Additional benefit for us as a family is that I can go further out, or I can send dad, and we can get a large scoop, bring it back to the shore, put it on the sitters for our children, so they can then sit to their heart's content and have their most amazing scavenger hunt. All right, that wraps up your guide to shark teeth hunting on Florida's Gulf Coast. If you liked what you saw in this video, if this was helpful and valuable to you, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. I have so much more family, fun, and adventures coming at you on a weekly basis. I am here to help you plan the adventure and the trip of your dreams with your family. I'm Kate from Sunshine Fam Guide. Thank you so much for watching.